crossed my mind a few times, like wondering if he saw this, what he would think, or, yeah, I don't know.
This movie you're so good in this. Jason is a wild character. How does playing a real person compare to playing a fictional character for you?
Yeah, well, sometimes with the real people, you end up doing things that are stranger than you do with the fictional characters. Like so much of Jason almost didn't add up to me or make sense. But it's also, it's helpful because then you have real pictures you can look at and research you can do. So yeah.
Yeah. How did you specifically prepare for this role? I mean, one second he's crying, the next second he's completely erratic in multiple scenes.
Yeah. I mean, what was fun about Jason is that he seems like a real con man, it almost, and when I think of like, okay, what would make someone a good con man? It's just that they're very convincing, almost to the point where I wonder that they're sort of convinced of themselves sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so the actor in me is like, oh, he's just constantly acting and he's good at it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he understands what he can bring to any moment to sort of get the desired effect from the people he's interacting with. And so just kind of looked at it like that. And when you look at it like that, it was like, oh, okay, like, it'll be kind of fun to see how far you can push that.
And there's a lot of physical stuff. I mean, he gets beaten down in one scene specifically. Do you kind of look for that as an actor? Do you like that physicality in a role?
I don't know that I look for it. Maybe subconsciously I do. I'm not aware of looking for it. I don't shy away from it, but yeah, that's a good question.
Well, I think it's crazy that Jason is actually still a wanted fugitive. And just last month, I read he is now off the top 10, but he's still wanted, of course. How do you feel that he could be out there knowing that you made this film about him?
Yeah, it is strange. It crossed my mind a few times, like wondering if he saw this, what he would think, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's very weird to know that the person you're portraying could watch this movie and know who you are and maybe walk up to you on the street one day and say hi.
Well, you've done so much work in different mediums too, different genres. At this point in your career, what makes you say, yes, I absolutely need or want to be a part of a certain project?
Script. Mm-hmm. Always the script. There's ways to answer that differently because there are certain directors and stuff that are so good that if they're going to do something, the script is going to be that good. Mm-hmm. There's like other ways of answering that, I guess. But yeah, it really just boils down to the script. Like when you have a really good script, you just have a really good blueprint to make something amazing. And that doesn't mean that it always happens. But, if everybody does their job and we get lucky and the right things click at the right time, a good script can really turn from that seed into the big, beautiful tree. And if the script isn't that strong, in my experience anyway, usually even if you have some really good people doing really good work, it just will never be much better than mediocre. And so it's always the script. And then there's different reasons that different scripts are appealing. Sometimes they're just so well written and the story is such that you're so moved by it. You just want to be a part of it. And then there's other scripts where, with something like American Murderer, where the character is so fascinating and the story is so strange and weird. And I also thought it was kind of fun that to me that the first half of Jason's story almost seemed like a comedy, in a sense of like, this guy's obnoxious and he's annoying, and he's a bit much, but he's kind of harmless, like it's kind of funny. And then all of a sudden it isn't. And then all of a sudden it's horrible, you know? That kind of appealed to me, like that the script could almost be that we'd almost get to make two different movies in a way. So there's I guess different reasons, but to me it's always about the script, because that's the one thing I always feel like it's like the architect's blueprints for the house. Mm-hmm. We still have a million chances to mess it up.
Yeah.
But like, at least if it looks good on the plans, you're like, oh, if we do this right,
it
should be really good.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.